Steve Kanaval, Bolgworld 2008, here at the Investor Village booth. Your voice on Wall Street, and we're here on a nice Sunday, September day in Las Vegas. And I'm here with Frank Nine from Lexicon. And that's actually, and let me just make sure I get that right, Lexicon Digital Communications. And, you know, we're out there. We normally interview CEOs and talk to guys in the micro-cap and small-cap area. But this is an interesting place to be out with innovative companies. We have the opportunity to interview all different young entrepreneurial guys. Now we kind of transition and we're talking to an industry veteran. We're going to talk to Frank Nine. And Frank, welcome. And tell us, Frank, you know, you and I had a little bit of chance to talk kind of off camera. We've got some interesting, kind of relevant topics to cover. But firstly, Frank, welcome. And tell us about who you are, where you come from, and what company you're with.
Well, I'm the Senior Vice President and the co-founder of Lexicon Digital Communications, which oddly enough is by the term Greek and Latin means library. And it's a founding company from, oddly enough, but very impressively enough, David Caruso of the famed TV show CSI Miami, which is the #1 TV show in the world. We've partnered up with a gentleman, Nils Lahr, who is the founder and creator of iBeam Broadcasting, back in the dot-com days, who architected the first content delivery networks in the world for streaming financial information, that also where we met at CNN Financial News out in New York City. Currently, my background and going through that period of time was a senior consultant and analyst for companies like Verizon or Bell Atlantic, Lucent Technologies, and everything that was applied to anything within that industry usually associated itself to the financials or the investment or the industry itself that carried anything to do with anything with communications.
Well, now we talked a little bit earlier, and thank you for that. We talked a little bit earlier. You know, you're kind of caught by how quickly this is emerging, and you're out there in the world. You're mixing it up with, you know, lenders and entrepreneurs. You know, let's give me a little your impression of kind of what you're seeing and where it fits.
Well, I'll tell you this. We know that we're in a financial crisis in the industry as a whole. And I bring that up relevant because it's obviously happening. And there are a lot of people looking for the next big thing or the next big things where they can invest their money, that I've been told, based around the fact that they still have to invest. And the people who are looking to make an investment in these industries are a little bit distraught, if I may say. And if I may also say, the reason why I think Investor Village is very important is because they're looking for a place to go to find an inside track of information that will give them an understanding of what they need to know in support of making the right investments. And I'm seeing a lot of that. And people are talking to me about it and asking me about it. And I'm saying we need to go here or there or here to know more about what's happening. I'm seeing exactly what I think this group represents, and that people want to know what's the deal, what's the real deal in all levels.
The old foundation, really the foundation of financial services is broken down. You know, Lehman Brothers goes out of business, and you know they have a bailout similar that they had to the savings and loan industry in the 1980s, and all of a sudden, you know, the traditional Wall Street model looks like it's broken to me. And you know, I mean, I managed derivative products for Morgan Stanley. I was a hedge fund manager. I've been in the business. I sat at home the last couple of days watching the TV, scratching my head going, man, this is just, you know, it doesn't work. And it's ironic that it's in an election year. And, you know, I think the reason that we come to things like these and events like these is because this is, you know, this represents the core of the trading mind and the investing mind. I don't think that this next generation is going to call a broker from Schwab, and no offense, Charlie Schwab, but I don't think they're going to be calling a broker. I think they're going to be going to these, you know, these rooms like Investor Village and places like this to draw conclusions, just like we did when we were managing money. And the world is kind of wiki smarter. And I know we talked about that, but your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, with that being said, as we speak, I mentioned to you earlier that the senior advisor to our company is Dr. Robert Rossetti from GE Financial Capital, and I brought this information and referenced him about Investor Village as a perfect example of what you said. It's based on relevancy, and people want to be able to communicate one-on-one, or if I may say, in groups, whether it be interactive or blogging or anything where they know people are coming together so that they can funnel the right information, as well as I just said, relevant, but also impertinent information where they don't have to waste time and their money. And more importantly, I think you're being very generous by saying you think, but I think you know this is really the up and coming trend. This is not about chat rooms anymore. This is about real-time information that it makes sense when it comes to investments in every area of the industry, including digital media and technology and communications, without a doubt.
Absolutely. Hey, Frank, tell people where they can go, what URL they should go there, where they can find you. And I appreciate you coming out. You know, you got a wide range of people here, and you know, I appreciate your expertise and input.
Well, our URL is lexicondigital.tv, and we're currently in a stealth mode environment, but there's a lot of information up there to tell you what we're all about. You know, being in the world of digital media, I want to just make one quick quote if I could. I'm here because I think Investor Village is doing something that, again, I say is relevant but important. And when people have a place where they can feel comfortable and safe about getting information, even on an inside track level, no matter who they are, with a human component, they're going to feel a lot more better than being misdirected by people who are being paid to accomplish a particular goal, which doesn't necessarily guarantee them the things that they're going to get, regardless of their desire for having those people who are experts in the industry. And I'm not dismissing anybody either, but I think it's important to make note of this, that people like me are here for that exact same reason.
Steve Kanaval here at Bolgworld 2008. Frank Nine, thank you so much for coming out and giving us some input. We're here at the Investor Village booth. We're out bringing you information you can't get anywhere else. Stay with us. We're going to be back. We're going to go to break. Stay with us.